In this video, we put 5 popular ultra high performance tires from Asia to the test in wet, dry and noise conditions to see which one comes out on top. Plus, we included an EV tire to see whether it can hold its own against these ultra high performance tires. So first up, we have the Michelin Pilot Sport 5. So this was launched in 2022. Top of the class in wet and dry performance, and let's see how it goes. Michelin's always a prime standard. Second tire we have is the newly launched Continental MaxContact MC7. So this was launched this year, 2024. And yeah, promise a lot of hype on wet, and let's see whether it can deliver. Third, we have this Goodyear Eagle F1 Asymmetric 6. So this was launched also together with Pilot Sport 5 in 2022. A couple of press test wins and very good dry handling and wet handling. Let's see how it delivers. So the fourth one we have, so this is a bit special. So this is from Toyo Proxes TR1. So it's been quite a long tire, long-standing tire, and it's quite popular in the Southeast Asia region. The fifth tire we have, so this is actually a China tire. So it's made by Sailun. It's called RoadX. So Sailun is a top 3 tire manufacturer in China. So as you know, China tires are quite popular in Southeast Asia, and we have to put a China tire to the test and see, is it worth buying China tires or not against the premium guys. The last one will be the interesting wildcard we have. So this is actually the Hankook Ion Evo. So it's actually an EV specific tire claimed by Hankook. And yeah, we thought, why not we put an EV tire against this ultra high performance tire, as we have this tire size of 235, 45, 18, and let's see how well it performs against the ultra high performance tires. Hey guys, now we are at the wet braking track. So this is a fairly simple procedure. The vehicle actually accelerates all the way to 80 km/h, and then he slams the brake directly. And something special about this is you can see there's actually a rail guard here, this side here. And this rail guard actually ensures that the driver actually takes the same line all the time.
In our wet braking test, the Continental MaxContact MC7 emerges as the best performer, stopping in just 29.3 meters. Close behind is the Hankook Ion Evo at 30.1 meters, with only a minor 0.8 meter difference. The Michelin Pilot Sport 5 follows at 30.3 meters, showing consistent high-level performance. Meanwhile, the Goodyear Eagle F1 Asymmetric 6 takes slightly longer, stopping at 31.5 meters. A noticeable gap appears with the Toyo Proxes TR1, which requires 35.6 meters, and the RoadX RXMotion U11 trails the pack with 37.7 meters, over 8 meters longer than the top-performing Continental MC7. These differences in stopping distance could mean crucial extra seconds on the red roads. In wet handling, the Continental MaxContact MC7 set the fastest lap time of 80.05 seconds, demonstrating exceptional grip and control. Just behind, the Michelin Pilot Sport 5 finishes at a very close 80.93 seconds, trailing by less than a second. Third place goes to the Hankook Ion Evo, follows at 81.81 seconds, keeping it competitive. The Goodyear Eagle F1 Asymmetric 6 clocks at 82.69 seconds with a slight drop in pace, while the Toyo Proxes TR1 takes 84.05 seconds to complete the lap, showing a noticeable lag. Lastly, the RoadX RXMotion U11 posts a 89.26 second lap, significantly slower, highlighting a 9-second gap compared to the top-performing MaxContact MC7. When it comes to subjective wet handling, the Continental MaxContact MC7 leads the pack with a score of 7.5 out of 10. It offers high grip, stability, and smooth cooperation with the car systems, Despite a slight vagueness in mid-corner steering, it's highly user-friendly and performs at its best even driving at 100%. Following closely, the Michelin Pilot Sport 5 scores a 7.3. It delivers great steering feel, high grip, but becomes a bit edgy when pushed to its limits. While it likes to be driven at 98%, it struggles when pushed harder, not cooperating well with the car systems. Next, the Hankook Ion Evo scores 7. It performs well, but lacks the standout characteristics, with controllability issues emerging at the limit, similar to the Pilot Sport 5. The Goodyear Eagle F1 Asymmetric 6 on the other hand earns a 6.8. While it provides a sporty feel, it tends to oversteer during cornering, making it challenging to manage while requiring driver awareness. The Toyo Proxes TR1 scores 6.5, held back by flat steering and limited grip. It struggles with understeers and feels heavy in the front, lacking a sporty character. Lastly, the RoadX RXMotion U11 falls behind with a score of 4.8. It suffers from very low grip, long side angles, and poor recovery, creating an unsafe driving feel at any speed.
Now we are at the Aquaplaning track, and here we are trying to test the slipping speed of the tire to see which tire actually mitigates the most water. So if you can see over here, the car is coming up full speed, and all he does is just press accelerator all the way to find the slipping speed of the tire. That's all. One of the most important things when it comes to aquaplaning is the tread depth of the water film. So let's check how much is the tread depth of the water film here. So you could see roughly, it's about close to 8 to 9 millimeter. So that's what we are looking for a proper aquaplaning track.
In our longitudinal aquaplaning test, it's a close race at the top, with the Michelin Pilot Sport 5 leading by a hair at 78.1 km per hour. Right behind, the Hankook Ion Evo clocks 78 km per hour, followed closely by the MaxContact MC7 at 77.9 km per hour, and the Goodyear Eagle F1 Asymmetric 6 at 77.8 km per hour. These top 4 performers are separated just by 0.3 km per hour, showing exceptional water clearing abilities. However, the Toyo Proxes TR1 falls slightly behind at 75.5 km per hour, while the RoadX RXMotion U11 trails at 73.6 km per hour, struggling the most with aquaplaning resistance.
Hey guys, now we are at the dry braking track. So this procedure is directly from 100 hard braking down to 0. You can see the tire here. There is no rail like the wet braking, and we are evaluating the stopping distance from 100 to 0. And have a look here. You can see the sort of marks of this hard braking, and yeah.
In dry braking, the MaxContact MC7 takes the top spot, stopping in just 34 meters. The Michelin Pilot Sport 5 follow closely, needing only 1 meter more at 35 meters. The difference between them is minimal, but every meter counts at high speeds. The Hankook Ion Evo comes in at 35.2 meters, and the Goodyear Eagle F1 Asymmetric 6 follows at 35.5 meters, both maintaining performances. However, there is a noticeable gap with the Toyo Proxes TR1 at 39.3 meters, and the RoadX RXMotion U11 trails behind at 39.9 meters, over 5 meters longer than the leader. In dry handling, the Goodyear Eagle F1 Asymmetric 6 takes the lead with a lap time of 53.64 seconds. It's a close race among the top 3, with only 0.2 seconds separating them. The MaxContact MC7 follows closely at 53.79 seconds, and the Hankook Ion Evo is right behind at 53.84 seconds. The Michelin Pilot Sport 5 slips slightly, clocking at 54.7 seconds, while the RoadX RXMotion U11 and the Toyo Proxes TR1 round up the pack at 55.62 and 56.05 seconds, respectively, about 2 seconds slower than the leaders. In our subjective dry handling test, it's a tie at the top. Both the MaxContact MC7 and the Goodyear Eagle F1 Asymmetric 6 earn a score of 7.5. The MC7 offers excellent all-around performance, with high grip doing straight driving, high-speed maneuvers and cornering on the track. Meanwhile, the Eagle F1 Asymmetric 6 feels a bit flat around the center, but comes alive during cornering, providing good grip and confident handling. The Michelin Pilot Sport 5 follows with a score at 7.2, delivering a near-flawless performance with good grip. However, it lacks a bit of the lateral spottiness, limiting its agility in sharp corners. Sharing the same score, the Hankook Ion Evo offers solid grip, but suffers from vague on-center steering, and feels more progressive during turns. The RoadX RXMotion U11 follows with a 7.1 score, showing decent compatibility with the vehicle, but it lacks the finer grip needed to compete at the top. Finally, the Toyo Proxes TR1 scores 6.8, held back by delay, inconsistent steering response, and low grip during hard maneuvers, making it the least stable performer on the track.
Hi guys, this is the setup for the interior noise. So it's quite simple. You see there's two microphones here, one on the left, one on the right. This is to mimic actually how the driver actually feel and hear. And there's also a data logger over there to get all the info. And that's all you need. And yeah, that's how the interior noise is measured.
The tires were tested for interior noise on two different surfaces at 100 km/h, and the results are extremely close. The Hankook Ion Evo leads the pack with 68.6 decibels, but it just holds a 0.2 decibel advantage over the Goodyear Eagle F1 Asymmetric 6, which measures at 68.8 decibels. While the Ion Evo features built-in foam technology to reduce noise, it did not offer a significant advantage in this test. The Michelin Pilot Sport 5 follow closely at 69 decibels, while both MaxContact MC7 and Toyo Proxes TR1 measured at 69.2 decibels. The RoadX RXMotion U11 finishes just behind at 69.4 decibels. Overall, the differences are minimal, meaning that all these tires perform well at minimizing cabin noise. In our subjective comfort evaluation, the MaxContact MC7 leads the pack with a score of 7.1. Praised for being both very comfortable and remarkably quiet, it offers a smooth and refined ride, making it the top choice for those prioritizing comfort. Following closely, the Hankook Ion Evo scores 6.8. While it delivers decent comfort, it feels slightly underdamped, causing some bounciness in the car on uneven surfaces. The Michelin Pilot Sport 5, Goodyear Eagle F1 Asymmetric 6, Toyo Proxes TR1, and RoadX RXMotion U11 all tied with a score of 6.5. Though for different reasons. The Pilot Sport 5 feels stiff and a bit noisy, causing the car to shake over bumps. The Eagle F1 Asymmetric 6 provides too much road feedback through tire noise, especially over surface joints. Meanwhile, both the Proxes TR1 and RXMotion U11 generate noticeable pattern noise on any surface, with only average mechanical comfort. As mentioned earlier, the Hankook Ion Evo, designed specifically for EVs to maximize battery range, leads the group with the lowest rolling resistance at 7.65. In contrast, the ultra-high performance tires prioritize grip, and the difference in rolling resistance reflect that. The Goodyear Eagle F1 Asymmetric 6 stands out as the best UHP tire at 8.12 coefficient value, followed by the Toyo Proxes TR1 at 8.17. Moving up, the Continental MaxContact MC7 scores 8.33, with the Michelin Pilot Sport 5 at 8.54. Finally, the RoadX RXMotion U11 rounds up the group with the highest rolling resistance at 8.56. The Continental MaxContact MC7 emerges as the top performer in our tests, excelling in multiple key areas. It achieved the shortest wet braking distance, outperforming the competition. In wet handling, it also dominated with fastest lap time and highest subjective feedback. On dry surfaces, it impressed with the best braking performance and quickest lap times. It was also top in subjective comfort, showcasing its all-around excellence. The MC7's balanced performance across both wet and dry conditions makes it the standout winner of this group. We were truly impressed with the EV-specific Hankook Ion Evo, finishing second overall in the test. Its wet performance was outstanding, taking second place in wet braking and clocking the third fastest lap time in wet handling, almost too good for an EV tyre. While its dry performance was decent, the Ion Evo stands out in interior noise, topping the group thanks to its foam absorber, though the difference was only 0.2 decibels better than the next best tyre. It also led in rolling resistance, providing the extra battery range EV drivers needs. Overall, a highly impressive tyre that balances performance and quiet comfort perfectly. The Michelin Pilot Sport 5 secured third place overall, offering a solid performance but falling just short of the top spot. In both wet and dry braking, it was a meter behind the leader, the Continental MaxContact MC7, finishing third and second place respectively. It ranked second in wet handling, showcasing its capabilities, but its comfort and noise levels place it at third. Overall, the Pilot Sport 5 delivers a well-rounded performance, though there's room for improvement in some areas. The Goodyear Eagle F1 Asymmetric 6 finished fourth overall, showcasing both strengths and areas for improvement. It excelled in dry handling, taking first place with top lap times and subjective feedback. However, its performance in wet braking and handling was less impressive, ranking fourth in both. With strong dry performance and comfort, but room to grow in wet conditions, the Goodyear Eagle F1 Asymmetric 6 earned a respectable fourth place finish. The Toyo Proxes TR1 finished fifth overall, with disappointing wet performance, only managing to beat the budget China tyre. It struggled with grip, particularly in wet handling, and ran last in dry handling, showing significant issues in this key area. The silver lining was its rolling resistance, where it performed respectably in third place. However, despite this, the Proxes TR1's poor handling and lack of grip make it a tough recommendation. The China tyre, the RoadX RXMotion U11, finished last place overall, with significant weakness in wet performance. It had the worst wet braking distance, stopping 8.4 meters behind the top performer, the Continental MaxContact MC7. In dry braking, it lagged by 5.9 meters compared to the leader. However, the RXMotion U11 shows some promise in dry handling, performing better than expected for a budget tyre. Despite this, it struggles in wet conditions, combined with subpar overall grip, make it a difficult choice for those prioritizing safety.
Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.